Hey, it's Nay, and welcome to my channel. So, we're on the last video of February. We made it. So, 28 days later, boy oh boy, was this a ride. Was this a bit much? But I enjoyed it. So I guess this is the last time I'll be saying happy Blackity Black History Month to all those that are celebrating and giving some love. Hopefully gave a little bit of love to your little Blackity Black people you know, and to yourself if you're Blackity Black. Okay, I think March is Women's History Month. I'm not sure, but you're lit. Even if you're not black, you're lit. You're awesome. We're all great. We're all amazing. Try to be kind. Try to live life. Trying to do nice, fun things. You got this one. You know what I mean? Take care of the temple that you were blessed with. So on and so forth. So the last video of this month, I'm going to be doing what I wore last week. I have some bangers here. I have some bangers here. And it's definitely a bangers. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Alrighty, so the first thing not the first thing, these are not in any order. I can't tell you exactly what days I wore these, but this is Lovely Cherie, which is Maison Alhambra's dupe, I'm sure you could tell, for Lost Cherry. This is a beautiful, bright version of Lost Cherry. It definitely still has, for sure, the DNA of Lost Cherry, but it's bright, it's affordable, and it actually lasts a pretty decent amount of time, guys. The next thing, here we go. This is Viktor & Rolf's Flower Bomb Nectar. I like this one. So this is a powdery, sweet fragrance that I think is nice. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I need a full-size bottle of this. Guys, my lips look so chapped. Did my lip gloss drop on the ground? Oh goodness. My bad. I'm still trying to decide if I really actually need a full bottle. I want one of the Flower Bombs in my collection. Because I do actually, I do like the whole Flower Bomb DNA. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure I really like it enough that I'm going to wear it, because I feel like I'm going to start going into declutter mode and start selling some of the fragrances I just don't wear, because I do like all of the fragrances I have. There's just a sugar ton of them, and when I want to keep getting smaller samples and travel sprays of more fragrances to keep testing them out, right? This is part of what's on my channel, but I also just don't want anything to go to waste. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like sitting here just to sit here, and I think that's wasteful. But yeah, this is a nice one. It's that, I feel like it's got like a little kick to her for sure, but sweet and powdery, and I like her. I think it's cool that there's a gunpowder note. I like the, this is the nectar. Did I say that? Flower Bomb Nectar. I like that the shape of like what the bottle looks like. I'm just not quite sure I'm in love. Why is this not working with this fragrance? But I do like it. It's definitely a like, for sure. Guys, Cardinal Grey by Dua, which is their dupe for Gris Charnel by BDK Parfums, is a vibe. I'm definitely basically a few sprays probably away from halfway through this bottle. This is sexy. Serious. It's definitely shades of gray. It's like, you can definitely have this as like a work scent. You can definitely wear this out on a date. It's a more serious vibe, but it's definitely still sexy. It's like a not creamy, but kind of like smooth scent that has some a very minimal sweetness, but honestly, like if the color gray, like the colors of gray would have a smell, like I feel like truthfully it would be this. But there is something deep about it. Yeah, this is a deeper, smooth, kind of slightly creamy fragrance. Oh lordy, I'm trying to remember the notes. I think there's like tea and fig, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I can really tell you what it smells like to me. And I just feel like if I want to smell like upscale or serious or sexy, I just rap for this one. And I've also worn this just on a regular day, you know what I mean? I'm gonna what's going on with my computer is what the real question is right now. The next thing I wore was this. This is starting to get a hefty little dent. This is Delina, the dry body oil, which leans to my nose after trying it a little closer to Delina exclusive. There's definitely more of like a thicker, frosted take to this. You definitely still get that tartness. I don't want to talk about this too much because I feel like Delina is just one of those fragrances I feel like I see on every freaking video, and so it gets kind of annoying. And then you feel like everybody's wearing Delina. I have not smelled Delina at all. Like at all. So I think it's just more popular in the fragrance community than anything. Because like no one else I know even knows what Delina is. And they all wear fragrances. So it seems overly used, but it probably isn't. At least it depends on the area that you're in. I'm gonna have to restart this computer because what is going on? Are my kids squeaking? I don't understand what's going on over there. Anyway, if you see her squeaking, those are my kids. I'm not sure why they're squeaking. I'm going to also pass by this quite quickly. This is Club de Nuit Imperial White. This is another like Delina exclusive, Delina dupe. Much more affordable. Guys, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I actually saw this just wiggle through on this line down here already. It's not clearly there, but yeah. I'm using this. I wore this last week with Floral Peony. I think this is Chloe's. Like, this is Dossier's dupe for Chloe. This is such a... like a Disney princess frolicking through the woods, talking to the animals. This is, like, such a nice scent. So this is a sweet, tart, but, like, sweet fragrance. This is a fresher fragrance that I don't really wear by itself per se. This also has lychee in it, and rose with some honey in it, and it's a nice scent. But together, this glosses over like the tartness and this super sweetness of this, and then this kind of glosses over like that uber just like slightly sometimes screechy clean smell, and it creates this very creamy soap that's just so clean yet creamy with some sweetness for sure. And it's just, I don't know, it just gives me like cottagecore vibes. Like if a cottagecore had its smell, it would be like this mixed with this. You know what I mean? Like that clean, that slightly sweet, that's uber creamy, just clean aesthetic without being boring. You know what I mean? Like you still have the beautiful dresses on that flow in the wind. You have like the nice hat. Like you pick berries on you forge like as for fun. Like I just I love this combination. I think this was in one of my videos recently. Yes. The second set of 4 fragrance combos I believe this was in, and I just like this. This is just a combo and it lasts forever. I mean, this is a strong favorite by itself. This has got reasonable longevity, and together they just give me chef's class. Like, yeah. I wore Misty Years Absolutely Blooming. Love this. I feel like I mixed this with something. This is just a sparkly, slightly spiced, sweet fragrance that I think and it's strong. It's not thick, but it's a little goopy, but not, that sounded nasty, but it's just delicious. I love this. It's super, super feminine, for sure. I definitely had a video recently where I talked about Chaotic Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper and fragrances that I think if you like that one, you might like this, and this was one of them because it has that same pink pepper vibe with the sweetness. It's a very lovely fragrance. I love it. I love this. Guys, what is going on? I don't like this. Okay. I definitely wore Coco Mademoiselle. I don't know if you can see, I'm starting to put a dent in her. And I'm trying not to do that because I just like this scent profile. If you are new to fragrances or newer to fragrances, or you haven't really gotten your nose on Coco Mademoiselle, this is a patchouli based fragrance. I did just drop a video yesterday about patchouli as a note, and I go into a little bit of a, not super deep, but I go into a little bit of chatting about patchouli as a fragrance note. But it's just like, I'm not gonna even go into it, guys. Go watch that video, okay? But this is a patchouli citrus fragrance. It's got some sweetness in it, citrus, patchouli. It's a really lovely scent that I think is quite timeless. I believe. I mean, this is not a new fragrance by any stretch of the imagination, and yet it still slays to this day. It's just sexy, upscale. I did smell the Intense the other day. I think it smells so close. And when I want to sweeten this up, I just put KLA Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And it just works so well together. So for me, I just don't feel like I need the Intense version in my collection. So that's Coco Mademoiselle. Dang, I feel like I wore like a lot of the Delina line. This is Angel Nova, which has that lychee smell. This has got more creaminess. This has creaminess in it. This does not. This is a more tart, bright, beautiful fragrance. This is starting to get the look of denty dent in it too. This is definitely giving me much spring vibes. It's beautiful. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. Guys, I smell elixir. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think that this is a scent that's quite feminine. I think most people would say it's a little less screechy. For sure, it's less screechy and more sweet tart than the Delina in itself. But this is definitely the profile of Delina. So if you wanted the profile of Delina, this is the vibe for you. This is the one. So yeah, that's Angel Nova. I wore a few of Mugler's fragrances last week. This is Angel Muse, the Eau de Toilette. So I just wore a bunch of angels, I guess. Okay, let's talk about this fragrance. This is a tricky ass fragrance. There's, I think, passion fruit is in here. And sometimes, at least in the past, it leaned sometimes like BO to me. Not disgusting, you need to go be at BO, but still BO nonetheless. I can't remember if there's chocolate in here. I'm getting a little chocolatey vibe now that I wasn't really getting like that back in the day. I was getting a lot of that passion fruit. This is sexy. Like, even when I would get random whiffs of that BO smell, it wouldn't be there long enough for me not to, like, for me to get rid of this. This is sexy. Now, oh, it's juicy. I think the passion fruit just sometimes borders on overripe. Like, your passion fruit is a note I have to be careful of, because it's almost, what is passion fruit? It kind of gives me, in as a fragrance note, like that bright, tart, uber juicy smell that you have to be careful of. And there's something slightly green in here and that chocolatey smell. This is delicious in a bright aspect, not delicious in a deep aspect. And as we're slowly making our way into spring, this is one that I was happy to put on. Oh, I love this. It's pretty. The next one, Angel, I think this is the last fragrance I wore last week. And when I say what I wore last week, I did have little samples and stuff that I tested out, but these are like I wore for the full day. This is Angel's Eau Croisière Eau de Toilette. Guys, this is freaking amazing. I haven't worn this in a while. I think the last time I was wearing this was in the summer. No, I think it's another fake fragrance. I love this. It's strong, but it doesn't last super long. I'm gonna say it's like a half a day, maybe. Like, it's a 4 to 5 hour type of thing. I don't even care. The bottle's cute, and I will definitely take this out doing some moon, prism, power, make. Like, I don't care. This is so good. So it's about a 4-ish hour longevity. It's it's not a disturb the peace, but it's a you will know I'm here. Like, I'm here, but I'm not disturbing the peace. This is a creamy, sweet, definitely like it smells figgy to me. Slightly bright. This Angel Eau de Toilette, Angel Muse Eau de Toilette definitely is a brighter aspect. So if you don't want it to be so bright, Angel Eau Corsair. It's sweet, it's delicious, it's creamy without being like milky, right? So there's different ways to be creamy. I think Fig can really make a fragrance smooth. I guess when you say creamy, right, you think of something blended very well so it's smooth. And so I feel like Fig makes a smooth smell for a lot of fragrances. Absolutely intoxicating in the essence of nothing boozy in here. However, it is very delicious. So yeah, I think these are so amazing. I do think this is not for the faint of heart. I think if you're going to try an Angel fragrance, one of these would be the best, just depending on how you want. A little tart, sweet, berry, juicy, or you want a smooth, creamy, without any type of milky concoction. Very smooth. This is just smooth. It's almost like you might have just did some lotion. This is a combo right here that you should definitely try out. I think this is brown sugar and fig from Bath and Body Works. It's just fresh fig, coconut milk, caramelized brown sugar. That's it. Just those 3 notes. And it's just a vibe. It's just a combo. It's just a mix. I don't know if I have an old formulation. People are just really starting to bash Mugler fragrances. I think it's owned by L'Oreal or something. And apparently, supposedly, L'Oreal is not doing justice by it. But like, you see how like hydrated that is? This right here was the spray before even lotion. I think it's doing, at least from what the ones I managed to get, it's doing its thing-a-ling-a-ling. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But this does not sit up. Neither does this. This is the only one that stands up, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, that's all I had to talk about today. I feel like sometimes I dip my toe in a gourmand scents. Like, I feel like I did wear a gourmand scent last week, but I couldn't remember which one. But I also feel like I'm starting to dip my toes in some of the brighter, bubbly, sweet, in the essence of like warmer weather sweet than colder weather sweet, which tends to be like boozy or thick or doing a lot. And so I'm enjoying them because right, I'm trying to enjoy each season as it comes, like in terms of what it has to offer, and trying not to bum rush too much into the next one. Otherwise, I just feel like you're always gonna have this unpleased or unfulfilled feeling. So I did really enjoy my winter fragrances, and I'm gonna do a video about the fragrances that I feel like hit the most this past winter, and I'm gonna see if I can just try to do that for each season. Let me know if you're interested in that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this whole video. If you'd like to, go ahead and give me a subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.